Hey guys, Andrew Ricks here, and today I'm coming back at you with another update on the Vietnam War MOC. Now this is going to be a shorter update video today. This is actually going to be a shorter one. I know that many times I say this is going to be a short episode and then it ends up being, an 8 or 9 minute episode. This one will probably be, coming under 5 minutes, something like that. Not entirely sure. But anyways, a ton of progress in terms of building hasn't been made. Let me just lift this off of the little stand I had. So as you can see here, I've probably since the last episode done a tiny little bit of additional work with the filler brick and some laying down of tiles, I think like around here, as you can see, and then I have some very brightly colored filler brick landing around here. The main thing that I think that I was thinking about this week was how I wanted to position plants right here. So as you can see, we have a lot of open space right here before, oh, I almost dropped my camera. So as you can see, we have a lot of open space before you actually reach the point where I put my American soldiers. And I was thinking, that I could put some bushes somewhere like here, and then maybe have a couple Viet Cong or NVA hiding out over here. I don't entirely know what the plan is. I'm kind of just going with the flow and kind of trying to figure out as I go, but that's the general idea. I will be creating more of these tall trees that you see here that are kind of sparse. I ordered a bunch more of these I think they're 6x5 leaves. So hopefully those come in soon. Beyond that, I don't think that there really has been much building progress. As you can see, there's just this filler brick, as I said, some limited building kind of like right here, and really nothing beyond that. A lot of the figures, as you can see in the background, if I go over here, are in the same positions as they have been on previous episodes. So there's nothing really to update you on. I think that my biggest choice is I need to decide whether I like these tall plants, as I showed the last time, that have the headlight brick inside with the layout that kind of allows them to be tall, or whether I like using these 6x5 leaves as my main bushes. Those are kind of going to be the two big differences, or I guess comparisons, that I'm going to have to do, because I want to choose one to be the main source of my vegetation and kind of run with it so that I'm not kind of building all over the place. I kind of feel like this one might be the best because you can make it super tall with a limited number of pieces. But this one is kind of more common, I think, and more, I guess, a traditional way of building vegetation. So something that would be great is if you guys could let me know whether you like this kind of style with that headlight brick and the stick inside kind of supporting it, that I can build, I can build this even higher. I could probably get it to even up here, or whether you like this more traditional 6x5 leaf vegetation plant type thing, as you can see right here. The only problem is that it's very piece intensive with those 6x5 leaves. So I don't know whether I'm going to have, the ability to entirely build that up all across this MOC. Now, I know that I said on previous episodes that this is about, like a third of the size of the eventual MOC. And I'm actually thinking that this might be pretty close to the size that I'm going to do for this initial MOC. So I might extend on the edge here, maybe another 6x6 plate length. But I'm not entirely sure whether I want to do that. I think that's kind of still up in the air. I know that I said that this MOC would be a lot bigger, but I think that just with the time constraints that I'm trying to live by and trying to not make this series too overdrawn and exaggerated, I should really kind of try and speed up the, I guess, layout of the entire thing and just kind of go with something and stick with it. I've kind of just been expanding it as I please. As you guys know, I just continually keep expanding it forwards. And I think that while that is good because it makes the MOC bigger, it does lead myself to an issue of parts, as you can see, and just general wear and tear on my ability to think of texturing designs. Like, I think when I started, this was of course the section that I first started with, and the texturing over here is pretty solid around this kind of little lake, not lake, but kind of pond area, and then this little hill. But then as you get over here, it gets a little bit more lazy, a little bit more flat as I expanded the MOC. And then even over here, like, it's entirely flat, as you can see on these two sections. So it is what it is. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to be doing, but I think that at the most, I'll probably expand it just a couple more 6x6 plate lengths on the side, going to the edge more. Beyond that, I don't have any other updates for this episode. I really appreciate all the support that I've been getting recently, especially on these Vietnam War mock update videos. I think that I'll probably be creating a new Vietnam War mock series more based on a specific battle or a specific scene, like an iconic scene. I think that that would be pretty cool to build and would lend itself to being a more kind of cohesive narrative and a more cohesive series, like I'm actually building towards a goal or an objective. But other than that, those are kind of the plans for the future. So those are in the future, we'll see how it plans out, how it pans out. But anyways, guys, as always, like, comment, subscribe, do all the normal stuff, and I'll catch you next time.